So we're now going to read and do this one together. This is slightly different. It's sound and meaning. It's based on an incident which will tell you how old I am, really, because it's based when I used to work with Horse and Bamboo Theatre that Chris also has worked with a lot, and it goes right back to 1983 when I was with the Horse and Carts. They still had horses and carts, and we were touring Northumberland, and we stayed at the Seacoal camp in Linemouth in Northumberland, which was an extraordinarily memorable night. But it's also at that kind of time, just before the miners' strike, and just before a particular photograph was taken, I'll pass this round, which is by Chris Killip, who was then documentary photographer, is now professor at Harvard. The photograph is called Rocker and Rosie Going Home. And Rocker and Rosie were two of the people that we met on the night that we stayed at the Seacoal camp, and that I kept in contact with for quite a few years. So I'm going to pass those round. It's a bleak place. Seacoal aria. Rocker and Rosie going home. Seacoal Beach, Linemouth, 1984. Photo by Chris Killip. Black and white and North Sea suds, a flat cart and an unseen pony. Rocker's hands are smuts clawed by cold, like open fire tongs. Mum Rosie, duffel-coated and scarved, pulls back the slack reins. The girth strap digs in, the pony's hooves click-clack on the grimy pebbles. He stopped a night once where their lives were stacked in bleak light, but never caught their day's work. Sea gloom, sunk darkness, darkness enfolded in deeper, salty, dark, racked in the shallows, graved on their hands' map. Skin crack, tacks rub, sacks weight, slish shack lift, long-handled shovel heave to shift black into scraped smooth matte light. He stopped a night once, saw their lives lithe as a trotter's tight flanks, but never stood on the harsh shore, never heard the smack of sea coal on their cart's planks, never saw the icy shadow of little blackie tires waist deep in the briny forceback, his cart a raft. Never saw the kick pebble turn, their steep track drag up to that unlovely scritch scratch of dune, bouldered by trailers, trotting carts, coal sacks, road pins, sprawl. The year before the photo, he stopped a night, pitched his tent next to a hacked-up TV, picked his way through jagged junk to that scrubbed trailer. Proud home of Rosie, husband Brian, wiry rocker, and their other chavies. He remembers the lack of gadgets, a stand-your-spoon-in-it brew, the chat of ponies, 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 lay-bys, dirt tracks, fairs. The dash ride on a dray to the pub, hurricane lamp in his nervy hand, the pint offered, the hold back, the rough insistent, the pint gulped, tales of the dole's snoop, the price of scrap, Appleby, yarn, bruff, and coming back to the fire, the slack wheeze of Brian's accordion, whiskey passed round the circle, the wind's Dracula bite, the passion of lives cut back and cut back. He remembers a lumpy night, the flap crack of thin nylon, before the panic attack when he woke up in a bark of lean dogs and was cured by a splash of cold water from the milk churn. He said he'd come back, took a last look at the chimney stack nail knocked into a flat sky, and took his pack down the coast. He stopped a night once where hard lives fought back before the nation's unhealed crack opened wide. Oh, the loving knack they had with motors, bridles, children, their bitter black beach work, where every man, Jack and Jill, broke their backs for bottom of the bunker stuff. He heard Rocker's hangback sister died in the trailer, a gas tap a shut door, a heart crack accident. Thompson fenced off the land, smacked up a site on a waste tip. They wouldn't be shacked up, packed in, so moved on. They pursued more happiness, found a farm, trotted on, ponies, ponies, ponies. Sometimes at night they block the motorway. Brian and Rosie unpack the carts, tack up. Rucker rides the crack, burns up the black tarmac. The year after the photo, words like Pitman and common rights were heaved into darkness, darkness enfolded in deeper, salty dark, sea black, coal black darkness. Slish shack, slish shack. Think back, think back. Thank you very much, and thank you, Robin and Simon. Tear Up the Lace is available from the bookstall. Thank you very much.